Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 8 of our 10 days of joy. We're coming back to breath after a few days now of listening, of talking, of learning, of exploring, and of creating overall. We are now getting back in touch with ourselves through breath. So I'm going to hand over to Zarah Boden again, who's going to do this wonderful session for us. Hi, Zarah.
Hello. So thank you for joining, everyone, or watching. Just to briefly explain a little bit about the breath before I start the practice, we'll just do a couple of little exercises. Something as simple as taking a deep inhale and a deep exhale in your day can be so beneficial and can completely shift your mindset. So I'm really excited to share with you these little techniques as a way to, shift and give you space for your day, because quite often we're feeling quite overwhelmed, especially now with the quarantine. We can be a little bit confined. Even when we're not in quarantine and we're rushing around in our busy days and we've got lots to do, we often neglect our breath. Most of us are not breathing to full capacity. So if we just slow down for a moment and just learn to listen to the breath that's always trying to communicate with us, that's always there for us, supporting us, that's been there from the beginning and will be there till the end. When we just take a little moment of each day to take the attention out of the mind and bring it to the breath, it can do wonders for our body, our mind, our spirit, because the breath feeds all systems of the body. So it's our vital nutrient. It's, it feeds the brain. It gives energy to other systems of the body. It controls and helps the way that the hormones are released and the way that your digestive system works and your sleep patterns and your, fight or flight response, your nervous system. So rather than looking too far for solutions, we can always simplify everything and just come back to our breath, because often it has a lot to give us and a lot of the answers that we seek. So we're going to start with just sitting nice and comfortably with a back flat, with a straight spine, I should say. So a lot of the time our posture also inhibits full breathing. So being aware of your posture can also give you a lot more space. So just making sure that your spine is nice and long, your shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. And let's just all together, let's take a nice big inhale through the nose and a big sigh out through the mouth. Let's do it again. Inhale deeply. Big sigh out. And one more time, this time lift your shoulders up to the ears. And exhale, release and relax. Nice. Just give your head a gentle rock from side to side, as we often hold a lot of tension in our neck and our shoulders. Maybe taking a gentle half roll through the front of the body with the neck. And then to the other side, behind, from left to right and right to left. Taking a full head roll clockwise and anti-clockwise, just to release the neck, because we're holding our heavy heads up all day. And our neck is a part of our respiratory system. So we want to give it space, give it some freedom. Nice. And let's just take the hands up above the head. We're going to interlace the fingers and press the palms upwards. And just relax the shoulders away from the ears. Nice. So just feel the length through the spine from the sit bones, the bony parts of the bottom that are pressing to the floor, and then all the way up through the spine to the top of the head. And just keep lengthening your arms, your elbows straight. Feel all that internal space where the breath moves in and out of the lungs. And just take 3 or 4 rounds of breath here, in and out through the nose like you normally do. Breathing the energy up from the base of the spine through the crown of the head, and really trying to feel the whole upper body. And just relaxing as you breathe out. Let's just take 1 more round of breath here. Nice. And just releasing the hands down, resting your forearms on your thighs, your palms face up. And you're just sitting nice and long through the spine. And just close the eyes for a moment. Just giving yourself some time to come into a breath awareness. So without changing your breath or without needing to move, you're just watching the breath as it flows in and out of the body. Your breath is very unique to you and how you feel and what you're thinking. So just become really familiar with it. Try to form a relationship with it by tuning in and listening. Is it a deep breath? Is it a shallow breath? Is it fast? Is it slow? Try to notice the qualities of the breath and feel where the breath circulates around the body. Just watching the breath without letting the mind interfere. The easiest way to calm the mind is to watch the breath. Just watch without trying to control or make any judgments about it. Nice. So doing this in your day, whether it's 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 times, just to stop and watch your breath. This is a great start to becoming a good friend with your breath, to connect with your breath by just sitting and watching it and just removing yourself from the chatter and the busyness of the mind to observe the breath. Breath awareness or breath watching. Nice. So we'll take a little exercise, alternate nostril breathing, where we're going to work from one nostril to the other and back again. So at any given time of the day, and depending how you're feeling energetically, you will notice that probably one nostril is more open than the other nostril, which means we're not getting a sufficient or the most effective amount of breath into the body. So just as you were watching the breath, or maybe do it now for a moment, just take some time to notice the flow of breath through your nostrils. Is it an even flow of breath through both nostrils, or does one nostril feel more open than the other? I'm just observing. Nice. Did anyone feel that one was more open than the other? Yep. Okay, so yeah, that's completely normal, and it's a nice thing to also observe. In yoga, we talk about the right side being the solar energy and the left side being the lunar energy. So when we talk about Hatha yoga, it means sun and moon, sun, moon, yoga, which means a balance of these two elements that exist within us. The sun and the moon, they represent the masculine and the feminine, the dynamic energy, the action-orientated energy, And the moon is that cooling, receptive, creative, feminine energy. So if you know anything about yin and yang, or these elements of sun and water, for example, you know, it's these things, these corresponding and opposite aspects of ourselves is talked about in many cultures and many kind of belief systems. So yoga talks about these two opposing elements, and they actually start with our nostrils. So right side is the masculine energy, left side is the feminine energy. The breath moves in through both nostrils, and it moves up and down through the nervous system as the breath moves into the belly. So we want to create a balanced flow of breath through both nostrils, so that we, in yogic terms, this might be a little bit mystic for some people, but in yoga they talk about this, is that there's a dormant energy of a snake that sits at the base of the spine, and through pranayama and certain exercises that we can bring this new energy into the body, awaken that sleeping serpent, which moves up through the channels of the body and into the third eye. The third eye is this place of almost illumination, where we can see beyond what the two normal eyes can see. We see not just what's there, but we have a connection to the inner world and the outer world. This is the mystical way we put it, okay? But I look at it also as, okay, one nostril is more blocked. We want to get both nostrils working evenly. We get more flow through the brain. We tap into more areas of the brain, okay? Because we only use such a small amount. I know that when I'm not feeling, you know, when I'm feeling exhausted, I can't think, I can't do my work, I can't concentrate well. So just this alone, just to bring more energy in to feed the brain and to balance the nervous system, is a physical kind of manifestation of breathing in through both nostrils. Okay, so alternate nostril breathing. We're breathing in through the left side for a count of 6, and then we're going to exhale on the left, on the right for a count of 6. We breathe back in through the right side for 6 and exhale on the left for 6. So we're doing even counts of breath through one side and then the opposite, and then right to left makes 2 rounds. Okay, so we can balance actually the flow of air through both nostrils by working through one nostril at a time, or doing a balanced practice like this, where we breathe in through the left, exhale through the right, breathe back in through the right, and exhale through the left. That makes 1 round. Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing. It's a good practice because it's pretty much beneficial for everyone, as in there's no contraindications. And it's quite simple to do. Nice balancing practice, these two energies, of these two parts of the body, of these two sides, to bring an even flow of breath, an even flow of energy into the body. So what we do is we curl our index finger and middle finger in, and we're able to move from side to side with the nostrils. Yeah? So a little bit of ET hands here. Index finger, middle finger, curl in, and we move from side to side. Yeah. So we're just gently blocking off the right side to start, and we breathe in through the left for a count of 6. So let's inhale on the left for a count of 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, just take a moment. Did that feel okay? Just to check the counts. We will continue for another couple of minutes. So just making sure that when we do the exercise that we're keeping our head nice and still. So just like I said, Hatha yoga, it's about balancing yoga. So we want to keep an alignment as well through the body so that the breath can flow evenly. If we have the head off to one side, the flow of breath will be different. So we want to try and keep it nice and straight. Nice to close the eyes, to bring your attention inwards and into your breath. And we'll take another few rounds. So let's prepare our hand. Block off the right nostril gently. Nice. Take an inhale on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take one more round on your own. Finishing with that exhale on the left. And then just taking a couple of natural breaths. Noticing the effect on your body and mind. And noticing the flow of air through both nostrils. Maybe something has changed, maybe it hasn't. Nice. So an exercise like this, we are consciously working with the breath, as opposed to just breath watching, where we observe the natural flow of breath. We're controlling the breath in a sense. So we're breathing in and out for equal amounts of time, and we're working with different sides. So the mind, the brain has to start to focus itself, which can be, very focusing for the mind, and also like and also calming, because we're controlling the chatter of the mind basically. So calming for the nervous system anyway, by breathing consciously and bringing energy into the body. So alternate nostril breathing is a good one to do if you do feel that imbalance in the nostrils. And you'll notice at different times of the day, actually, that that one nostril might be more open than the other. Like when the sun is high, middle of the day, you probably notice your right nostril is more open, because this is when you're feeling most energetic. It's when you're in that masculine energy, which is the fire element. So it's a good time to eat food, you burn through food, it's a good time to use energy. When you're more open in the left side, this is when you're probably feeling tired, you're starting to come to the end of the day, maybe you want to meditate or something like this. It's a good time to be working with the left nostril open. So you can actually work with one nostril at a time to open, which maybe I'll talk about another session, or we can just balance the nostrils, which is always a good way to be balanced, by doing that alternate nostril breathing. Did you feel anything shift for you in your nostrils when you were doing it? Yes, Simone.
My left nostril is always more difficult than the right one.
Okay.
The right one is always okay, and the left one is always a bit blocked.
Okay.
I can't inhale the same amount of air. What does that mean, or can I do something about it? Or?
Well, it could be, it could be a number of things. I don't know your whole, history, or you as a person, but in case you have difficult to breathe through it, you can always like move this skin off to the side. Like if you wanted to do an exercise like that and feel like it's difficult to breathe, you give space by kind of moving this this skin over to the side to get more breath in.
Yeah, it's okay, but it takes me more effort always, left than right.
Yeah, it could be the shape of your nostrils, it could be
Also,
yeah, it could be things like this that sometimes more difficult to change, but definitely an exercise like that would help it. So if you wanted to open more the right side, you said your left nostril is always more open.
Side.
Is more closed, yeah. So you could start by breathing in through the left for 6 and exhaling on the right for 6. Breathing in left 6 and exhale right 6. Just doing that. Or just spending more time to breathe in through the left to open that up, to get more used to breathing on that side. Yeah.
Okay. So when I feel particularly tired during the day, does it help to do this exercise with a focus on the solar energy? So meaning with a stronger focus on the right side, and if so, would that mean that I emphasize breathing in on the right? How would it work?
So that's another exercise then. So this one was balancing, where we try to get the flow of breath even through both sides. But then we can also work with an energizing practice where, for example, a single nostril breathing, where we just breathe from right, inhale right, so taking the energy in through the right, and exhaling that cool energy from the left. And we could do that for double time, for example. So I would suggest to you, in case you ever want an energetic uplift, you do inhale right for 6, exhale left for 12. So double time. Yeah. So you're breathing out more from that cool side, bringing energy in through the right. There's also lots of exercises that can also energize you. There's Kapalabhati, there's cleansing practices, there's some quite vigorous, powerful exercises that can bring a lot of energy into the body. So there's just so many exercises that you can do that can help for different things, which is great, because instead of reaching for like your 4th coffee, maybe you just do a little Kapalabhati or a little breathing exercise of, getting more toxins out of the body, and that can be more energizing and probably better for you. So
sounds like a nice alternative to coffee. I agree. I think I had 3 today. Thank you very much, Zarah. Simone, do you have any more questions, or
no?
You're good. Thank you so much. That was lovely.
Pleasure.
And actually, I felt it was quite energizing, because I did feel rather tired starting out our session after a long day with the kids. So it was really lovely. Thank you.
Anytime you breathe anyway, it's always going to be, it's not necessarily always going to give you a lot of energy. It's always good. It's always going to give you energy in a way, you know, because we're just not doing it enough and consciously enough, you know, with awareness. So yeah, we just forget that when we're feeling tired, run down, that we can just breathe. We don't need to pay anything. We don't need to do anything. You know, it's there. It's accessible to us. So it's fantastic.
Thank you.